Hi, I'm Shorty and welcome to my YouTube channel Shorty Skate series. In this video, I'll break down the pivot drop-in, which is how I first learned to drop in. I still use this technique on occasion, but I mainly use the double pivot drop-in. Before attempting this trick, you should be confident in rolling off a bank and pumping the transition you're about to drop into. Pumping the transition and trying to get as close to the coping as possible will make you more comfortable skating the ramp's curve as you drop in. Beginner's tip. If this is your first time dropping in from a quarter pipe can be less scary than dropping into a mini ramp or a bowl, as you don't have to worry about rolling up the other side. Body position. Don't be afraid to get super low when dropping in as a beginner. It lowers your center of gravity so you'll be more stable, and if you fall, you're closer to the ground. As you gain experience, you'll be able to stand more upright. Step 1. Practicing the form on a bank. At the top of the bank, pretend that the line where it starts to ramp is the coping. Figure out which foot you like to lead with. I like to lead with my left. You want to place this foot on a toe stop for stability close to the line. Then place your other foot on top of the line. Most of your weight should be in your toe stop foot. When ready, push off your toe stop slightly to shift your weight into your other foot. At the same time, you will tip your body into the bank as you step over the line, keeping your feet in a staggered stance for stability. You don't need to tip a lot, just enough to get your body axis perpendicular to the ramp's incline. Note, if you have low slide blocks, they may touch and catch on the incline, but on coping, this won't be an issue. Slide blocks do make drop-ins a lot easier. Once you are comfortable doing the technique on a low bank, try a higher one. Step 2. Dropping in on a ramp. The form is the same as on the bank, but you will now be pivoting around the coping. Place your leading foot on the toe stop close to the coping. The closer your foot is to the coping, the easier it will be to step over the coping. Too far back and you'll have to shift your weight even more, which is a lot more effort. Place your other foot on the coping. Bend your knees to lower your center of gravity, and when ready, push off your toe stop to shift your weight into the other foot. Think about your body axis pivoting around the coping as you step over the coping. As your body axis tips past the 45-degree point, your back foot will roll off the coping as your front foot lands on the transition. But while this is all happening, you need to transfer your weight back into your front leg so your weight is centered and evenly distributed. Remember to keep your feet in a staggered stance for stability. If you drop in and keep most of your weight in your back leg, you can wobble or slip out backwards as you roll down the transition. You really want to focus on keeping your body axis centered between your feet and staying low through the whole movement until you reach the flat ground. If you stand up too early, it can also cause you to slip out backwards. Taller ramps and vert ramps. If you're skating taller ramps or vert ramps, you will be pivoting around the coping a lot more to land your foot on the ramp. It might feel like you're free falling a little bit on one foot before placing your front foot down. This is why I prefer to do a double pivot drop in for larger ramps. Tips. Number 1. Commitment. Some skaters like to learn drop-ins with their arms out in front as it helps them to commit to transferring their weight into the front foot. So if you're having trouble with commitment, then using this technique might work. Number 2. Falling. The more comfortable you are with falling, the less scary it will be. Learning to drop in will probably result in falling, and falling mostly backwards. I'll look to do a detailed video on falling safely, but for now, here are some visuals that you can use for falling reference. You want to avoid falling on your tailbone, so learning to pick a butt cheek when falling will help minimize this. Also, wearing butt protection will help. So I hope this video helps you with your pivot drop-in. If you have any questions, please comment below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Also tag me on Instagram at shortstop.crdl as I'd love to see your progress. Thank you for watching and please like and share this video if you found it helpful. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more skating tips and tricks.